TempahZone.
How's it going, everybody? Wherever you listen to this podcast right here, this is episode 90 of the TempahZone podcast with your host, me, Amir Max, and that's all facts. And ladies and gentlemen, my special guest in the building. Yo, we got the grills in, first of all, all right?
Yes, sir.
Hold up. I don't think I see you, man. You know, some real light. I see you, though, man. Yo, my dude right here, man. My dude right here, y'all, is approaching the game in a way I haven't seen much artists do. And the stuff I've heard by you, man, I like the energy. I can tell you hungry. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And I like
Yes,
seeing that, man. I got Josiah in the building,
Yes,
in the
sir.
Zoom. How's it going, man?
No, I'm good, bro. I'm living life, bro. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. You know, I'm really happy to have you on, man. I can tell you have that just passion for it in a way that it's just pretty clear. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you trying to get shit done. You try to make it happen, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what? You know, I can see you making moves. I definitely want to ask you though, man. You know, what got you into just getting on this grind, making this music? You know, how did it all start?
Yeah. So I started making music about, I want to say 4 years ago now, 3-4 years ago.
Okay.
And I was a junior in high school at the time. And just a couple of my buddies that I smoked weed with, like we was just chilling. Like we'd always chill in my car, and it'd always be a rotation of people, and we'd just be vibing, chilling, listening to new music. You know what I mean? I was kind of the DJ. You know what I mean?
Really catching
like,
the vibe right there.
I was putting people on, and time just went on. I had a producer end up in my back seat. We was vibing, and we was just chopping it up about music, and next thing I know, like, he's asking me, have you ever rapped before? I'm like, no, I haven't. I'll give it a try. And here I am still doing it. Like, now it's one of my vices. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, it was a spirit that entered my life straight up. Like, before I found music, it was all basketball. I was playing. That was my like way to like take out my frustration with life. And so it was like through that I became, somewhat good. I like to think at it. It was just something that I did in my daily routine, and music came in and kind of also showed me that basketball wasn't everything anymore. That, it's like there's more to everything, and it really put me onto a spiritual journey is what I want to say.
Damn, man, that's a dope answer to that, man. Would you say music has changed your life for the better?
For sure. I mean, It always has. I've always been listening.
For sure, yeah.
I remember even when I was mad young, I was listening. And my tastes change over time, but I'm really into making it now. Now I have definitely a different ear for it, an ever-changing ear, I'd say.
Yeah, man. Once you start getting into that music making and you're doing it for a bit, you look at everything so differently. You listen to songs more in depth.
No,
you catch things you never would have caught before. It's definitely something amazing, and it could definitely be like a bad thing sometimes because you overanalyze things. So, but at the same time, it's like you really just get the full spectrum.
It's a blessing and a curse. Yeah,
definitely.
And like, you're able to appreciate everything for what it is. You're able to take it all, and that's a big fact. Yeah,
exactly. You can really weed out what's what and what you really like, and really break it down in ways. And because I feel like people who don't make music, they're really quick to be like, it's trash or it's really good. There's never really no in between, like I feel like a lot of artists are they like to say everything's good, or they like to say everything's trash, like this is one of those things when you make music, you're just a little bit more critical, a little bit more understanding of what goes into it. So you just judge it a little differently. You know what I mean?
That's well said. Yeah, well said.
I appreciate
that's
that,
facts.
Man. But yeah, man, let me ask you just, in these times we're in, man, we're still in this freaking pandemic. It's the whole reason I'm doing a Zoom chat right here, man, because clearly if this wasn't going on, we would have had the studio going, you know what I'm saying? And,
that whole thing,
you know what I mean? So I got to ask you, man, like, how have you been staying busy and just staying active during these times? Because I feel like all artists have been finding their own ways to make that happen.
Yeah, man. For me, it was a very creative journey that I had to take in the beginning. That's the only way I could look at it. Everything closed. I have to find some way to make my time proactive, and something that I bought into very early during the quarantine was that I need to be proactive in the dysfunction. There's so many people down bad right now that if I'm working, I'm outworking people. That's what I know, is because everyone's down, they on their ass. Like I'm working. I have to be. And so to get that one up is like what like I'm all about. Like I need to I don't know, prove it to myself or prove it to whatever I don't know led me to the position that I'm in. I have some deep roots, some deep motivation, and I know that you know, the fact that I was able, like I did a lot of stuff over this past summer, and that's I mean, just props out to like the local scene, like, and how powerful music is, because even when there's so much going on, so much tragedy, it feels like, in the world, like music is still prevailing, even on a local level. Like, I mean, I don't know if you know who, and I'm gonna begin shouting people out. I hope that's chill.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, for sure.
Like DJ Alcide and Sam over at LFOD, like they give out so much opportunity.
I know those guys. Yeah,
playing
shout out to them,
music, and give the Good Music Showcase was really how I first started, like, even really getting involved in the local scene. Like, it was quarantine was a weird little like roller coaster for me. Like, I really, like, for a second thought that the world was ending, and like it was like some crazy, like, shit going on. But I was able to like express that, like, through my music. I felt like I was able to like use that as like the fuel to the fire underneath me, and get me like to write and be creative and be experimental. And I think that I was able to hone in on certain skills and assets that I had behind the microphone. And ultimately, like, I like to think of it almost as like, here's this snowball, like, I'm building it and pushing it, and I'm pushing it up to this mountain. I don't know how big this mountain is. I don't know how far this mountain is up or down, but I know that if I get it up to the top, it's gonna roll somewhere. Like, you know what I mean?
No,
that's my mindset. Is I just gotta keep pushing, because one day it's gotta just all come down. And
no, I hear you, man.
Luck is when preparation meets opportunity.
Yeah, man, that's some real shit right there, man. And I like that point that you made. It's like right now, so many people are down and out, and they're not looking at like, oh, this is the time where you got to capitalize on the moment. Like, you can really make something happen still. There's no excuses. Like, you can really find a way. Like, we are so lucky we're in a day and age where I can make a whole full-length project exactly where I am. I got a better mic than this one, but I can make a whole project with this mic. Yeah,
you can be the artist. Now, it doesn't cost you $240 for that, session. It doesn't cost you that. Like, now it's like you can get you have your paper in front of you, and you have your pen, and you can just draw. You can just go, and that leads to so much more new music, and that leads to so much. I don't even know what to call it. So much more like. I don't even know, so much more glam to it. I feel like it gives it so much more energy. It's just like, there are going to be people that make it more unique. There's going to be so many more personalities, like, that are pushing the culture. Like, I think it's all for the better. We just can't be lazy. I hated the term SoundCloud rapper. Like, a little while ago,
I never liked SoundCloud rapper.
I never liked it, because SoundCloud is a great platform, and it gave artists a voice.
Yes, for sure, man.
There's not enough of that. Like, yeah, you can, go and be an artist on Spotify and Amazon Prime and all that, but none of them are free. None of them are, you know what I mean, are really that accessible. You have to go through other websites to get onto them. And I just find that, if you're really doing something, if you're doing something that you're motivated to do, then that in itself can be something you can devote and get life happiness from. Like that, I don't know, man. Music and its creation can be so much, and like you said, it can all happen. My whole life can be right at this desk if I really wanted it to be, and it's like it's as deep as I want to go in my world of rapping and listening to music and studying the culture, whatever it is, and so I don't know.
No, man.
What it is,
no, yeah. I feel you, man. You talking that talk, and I really like hearing that, man. One of the things I definitely heard you saying is just like, when it comes to like SoundCloud artists, it's like one thing people say, it's like the game is oversaturated. There's too many people. But at the end of the day, the best artists, the dope artists, the cool artists, the ones that work the hardest, are gonna shine. They're gonna succeed.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
so
facts.
regardless of what people say, like, oh, there's too much of this, there's too much of that, man. Like, there's enough audience here. There's enough consumerism to go
Yeah.
around, if you ask me.
That the good will prevail. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like, I don't have,
Exactly.
I've, definitely said, like, yeah, the game might be a little bit oversaturated with this and that, but it's like, that's just one aspect of looking at it. Like, you gotta look at it the different way. It's like, it's now things are just more accessible because of the technology. So it's just like, you just gotta work harder now, because just like,
Yeah, and right now it's like no live music. You got nothing really major going on in the music industry because of it. There's nothing really, no big names are dropping right now. Like, now's the time for new artists. Now's the time where people are going to be looking. And my guess is that as soon as this quarantine is lifted, people are going to want to rage. People are going to want to wild out. And we gotta have people that are ready. Like, we gotta have people that are ready to like be the performers, to be the opening acts. Like, as soon as this ban is lifted, whatever, we got to get the wheels back on the road, and we got to continue to push sonically what our ideologies are, because in reality, comedians, artists, musicians, painters, all the arts are what define being human, like what being human is really about, and to have that taken away from us right now, to have any in-person interaction taken away from us, and not be able to spread love, like, love is always going to prevail, and so it's like through art and music and human interaction, like we're gonna like overcome all, like, you know what I mean? That has to be the mindset. It has to be. We have to look forward.
Nah, that's some real
Facts.
shit, man. Not everybody likes sports, but music is just universal language.
It's a universal language.
Like, all around the world.
The Super Bowl's still lit. Like, everything is still lit. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, don't get it wrong. The Super Bowl.
I love me some basketball, but
I love basketball too. And soccer.
I'm listening to music all day.
There
are times where I'm not thinking about basketball, bro. Like, maybe when I was a kid, but like now it's like, like these rhythms and I'm learning from what these people are saying. Like, it's a whole other aspect that really, it's kind of sad thinking that some people never understand it. Some people never understand the language of music. And to me, that really is what stands. I don't know. I forget that not everyone makes music. That's like something that happens to me a lot. And so I'll try to talk to someone, and
don't get me started on that, bro.
It doesn't work. You can't have some of those conversations.
See, as an artist, when you're around people who don't make music, you have to tone down your
vocabulary,
your passion,
everything,
your specifics to things, because some people are just not gonna get it, and they're gonna look at you like, oh, bro, like stop showing off, stop talking like that. Like all they do, So like sometimes you just gotta tone down the vernacular, man. Trust me,
for real.
I've totally been there, man. So you just gotta know how to gauge that stuff out around the right people, and then that's why when we're around the artists, you can chop it up like that. You can really get your nerves off with the music and stuff. You know what I mean?
Man.
Not everybody wants to talk about how the snare hits on the song, and like, oh, look, you hear that
like
transition?
That.
Yeah. And stuff like that, man. But yeah, the power of music.
Nice drop. Nice drop. That was a cool bass drop.
Yeah, it's not like that for everybody. But that's funny you say that, man. Yeah, but man. So there's a lot of, good stuff that's been coming out regardless of the times. I still feel like there's still been some good music that's been coming out there, man. But I got to ask you, who are some of your favorite current artists right now? Who are some guys or girls you really listen to a lot to?
Yeah. So obviously, I mean, not obviously, excuse me. My man's A$AP Rocky is like my guy. Like that, like type of just in your face, kind of like, I don't know, the in your face and cocky and swagger, and like he's just not scared to express himself in any way, shape, or form. And I mean, like, he was wearing skinny pants when it was not cool to wear skinny pants, and he wears pearls and like
the gold in the mouth.
The gold in the mouth. Like, that man is just, he's different. His body is different. He is different breed. And I just think like there's one line like your favorite rapper's corpses couldn't measure my importance. Like he's crazy. He's crazy. He's
I think people
this
forget
real
the impact
demeanor
he's
to
really
him.
had because he hasn't really been
Not
doing.
too long ago, he was considered. I seen the Instagram posts where he was considered one of the goats with like J. Cole, Drake, Kendrick. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people would throw him in that group. Like, I think that there is a group of people that would, and it's just because he's going off on a little psychedelic tangent and being experimental.
And Ferg is like right there with him, so it makes everything look a little different. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And as time goes on, that's bound to happen, though, yo. Like other artists are gonna progress, yo. I think that Rocky does a great job of pushing the norm, and I think that he
absolutely does a great job pushing the norm. Like,
he's really good at I don't know, just making music that inspires and motivates. That's something that I like to do with my music, is motivate. I like to think of the music as mantras and as, you know, words of affirmation, so that, you know, these things that you're putting in your body, it's just like food, yo. Like all your senses, like even your ears, yo. Like you got to be careful of what you're taking in, yo.
That's some real shit, man. No, for real. You definitely have to watch what you consume. It's definitely what you said, man. You got to listen to the right stuff that gets you going and gets you motivated. But, you know, it's funny you mentioned that. I saw this thing that was very fascinating. And it's like when you're sad and you listen to sad music, it can make you feel better, actually. So
something like that.
Yeah. So there's some science to that, man. But that's like some other stuff. I mean, I saw that
it's crazy,
study, yeah. But
I've seen some stuff. It's like if you're happy and you listen to sad music, it can make you sad. So I have no idea, yo. I know that the brain is very powerful. Brain is very powerful. You can make yourself happy by just faking the smile. You sit there and you smile for long enough, you're gonna be happy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, bro, we are our own worst enemy 100% of the time.
Oh yeah, I mean, a lot of times, especially being artists, man, it's like we are always critiquing ourselves so freaking hard to a point where it can be bad. It's like, yo, ease up, like, do your thing. Like, you good, facts. You on the right path, and sometimes you just have to find a way to just break out of that cycle and just go with the flow. There's really a flow to things like that, man. So I definitely hear you on that. That's definitely a good point you made right there, though. So it's just ASAP Rocky, nobody else?
I be listening to a lot of shit. ASAP Rocky's just like my guy.
No, I feel you, man. No. Yeah, keep it simple if you want to. You don't gotta.
I mean, no, I can get into it.
I'm just being stupid.
I listen to a lot of Travis Scott. I listen to a lot of J. Cole. I listen to Kid Cudi every once in a while. I had a big Lil Peep phase, big like indie rock phase inspired by Lil Peep, where I got into like the Arctic Monkeys and like Cage the Elephant. And, like a bunch of. I love Cage the Elephant.
That's a great band.
I've heard some of like MGK's new stuff with like Youngblood, and like that kind of does it for me. But like I was big into like the indie rock like a couple years ago.
For sure, yeah. MGK is making waves right now, for sure.
No, he is. I listen to some old stuff. I listen to Quest a lot. I listen like that Can I Kick It is like, you know what I'm saying? That's a goated song for me. I be listening to a little bit of NWA. I be listening to a little bit of Jay-Z. I be listening to what else do I listen to?
A solid list right there, man.
No, I keep going. No, because I'm listening all day, yo. I'm a Playboi Carti fan, and people hate it. People hate me for it. Like I'm a big Playboi Carti fan. I think
Playboi Carti is doing his thing, man. I like
I like what he's doing, and I think he's also different. Being very experimental.
I like it. I love that. I like the experimental because from that it can really spark something special, man.
Yeah.
Because like. It's just something where someone could take it and be like, yeah, we can elevate that and just keep elevating it and bringing it up. I love that mosh pit type shit, man. I'm all for it. So like, I can't, I ain't gonna say nothing bad about Playboi Carti, man.
That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to really, really push with my shit. Yeah, I'm trying to get people jumping, people going. Like one of my little things I've been saying is like, let's rage to save the world. Like we need the release. Like we need people to get out these inner frustrations that they have, and it's like if you let that shit build up, like it's bound to explode one day
in a bad way, in a bad
way, in a way that isn't okay, because you're putting yourself and other people at risk for whatever reason. And, you know, if we can get people to, if we can have the demand for just local shows and have the demand for these musical venues be something where, you know, we're every week, bi-weekly, people are meeting up, and we want to see people turn up. Like, we want to hear your bars. Like, I don't see why we couldn't have these underground like concerts like all the time, you know. Like, why can't we like do these small group things all the time where we're just turning up? Like I don't know.
It doesn't
like,
have to be too complicated. I understand.
No, it really doesn't.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like I look around like my area right now.
Mm-hmm.
I look around my area, and it's like there's nothing really like going on. You know, like there's so many kids, you know, but we're just all like I don't know. I'm like 20 right now, you know, and everyone's kind of reaching that age of adulthood. I feel like we're just kind of accepting like what's going on, you know, like where, and not in the sense of like, oh, like work, like not in that sense, in the sense of like play, in the sense of play and like what we're doing, you know, like are we really about to just go to like a bar and drink and like chill and like, you know, like there ain't no clubs, there ain't no live music going on, like everything country. And like I just feel like with how connected the world is right now, like there's no way that like we can't actually just do something, make an area pop. Like, it doesn't just have to be LA. Like we can make a scene. Like, you know, who's stopping it, yo? Like I see like how many people
stopping it. That's what's stopping it. A lot of artists here got ego. A lot of people don't want to work with each other, man. And I can tell with you, you're very like, as you know, as much as your music, you know, you goes hard and like, you know, you're on that like wave, like you're down to work with people. You're down to, you know, no conversate and get shit out there. And I think
I'm trying to get shit done.
A lot more artists need to do that.
I think that people think they're way better than they are, and I think that people think that they have something going on when they don't. I mean, I just see some of the major events going on, you know, and like I'm not one. I'm very easygoing. I'm not one to ever talk badly about someone. But this just has to be said is like we're not,
man. Let's go.
We're not doing enough. Like we are not as a whole doing enough. I know it's COVID right now, quarantine right now, but we're still like, if we're able to do, we gotta find a way
right now to make.
We gotta find a way. Yeah,
can't wait till shit's open outside to finally bring shit together.
We gotta make it happen. We gotta put on artists. We gotta get some type of. We got like this is a lot of money we're talking about. You know, like this is a big market, a lot of opportunity in a big market, Everyone,
and it's growing.
Everyone listens
every
to
week
music.
It's getting bigger. Yeah.
Everyone listens to music, yo, and everyone's copping that new Apple product to listen to music. Like they need the music to listen to. There's nothing better than a live performance, yo. And I think that through quarantine, we're really gonna forget that. We're really gonna forget the energy and the atmosphere of being in a mosh pit. Yeah, when was the last time you was in a mosh pit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like getting thrown around, jumping around.
It's been a while since I've done a mosh pit. Well, and I like the point,
bro.
I like the point that you said about just like you know, just we need to release that inner thing in us, and music's great for that, man. And I'll say it like this, like, you know, this generation, man, you know, we are connected, but that can have some, you know, downsides to it, because it can leave this feeling of wanting this gratification that really doesn't have too much value to it. And I think this whole generation's going through stuff that I don't think we can really understand internally. And I think with the power of music and just all that stuff, I really think you make a great point, like how missing out on these live performances, it does suck. We do need that. We should find a way to go out there. I know we just got to wait and just for times to get better. I mean, it is what it is, but I totally feel you on that, man. And I definitely feel like, you know, with the right music, it's just like, it can really just help the people, man. And I feel like a lot of artists are filling that void and making sure that they're putting out music that really hits the soul like that. You know what I mean?
No, for real.
Yeah, man. It's just really important that you know, we find ways to you know, come together, especially right now, man. And it's tough, man. Artists have a hard time working with other people that they don't know. And on top of that, I just feel like a lot of artists get jealous or scared of other artists because they're like, oh shoot, like if I work with him, he might surpass me. And what's that leave me with? I want to be number one. He can't be number one if he's going to be working with me, because then he's going to get it and not me. It's like, but sometimes it's like, look at TDE, like Ab-Soul ain't number one in the crew, but Ab-Soul's Ab-Soul and J-Rock's J-Rock. Like, but it's Schoolboy, but they still respect Kendrick. They know Kendrick's that guy, but that's how it is, man. Like, there's rankings to this shit. Not everybody can be number one. And so once artists understand that, then we can get somewhere. Because until then, man, we're just going to have everybody duking it out and just not working with each other.
But how do we even duke it out? Like, you know what I'm saying? We're at this point right now where it's like, okay, like, I'm not trying to like make no claim or nothing, but like, I want there to be a way for me to see where I'm at, you know? Like, I want that, like, I just want to see, like, you know what I mean? I feel like, dude, like, dudes are paying $700, $500 for 10 minutes of stage time. You know what I mean? And it's like,
and they're not making that money back. Like, that's
it's like,
that's all gone. Yeah.
How are we going to see who you are as not only an artist but as a person, as a performer, as like, how are we going to listen to your music after only 10 minutes of that? And it's like, I don't know, man.
I understand where you're coming from, man. You know, and what I have to say to that is that, you know, in this game, people want to get to a place. They want to really do things, and people are willing to spend that bread to make their, for lack of a better phrase, dreams come true, to get to that next level, to get to that next spot. So I can't really knock too many people. I can't knock people for doing that, to be quite honest with you. But I totally see where you're coming from, man. It's like, what are you really trying to do? Like, how can you know, like what are you really getting?
I just think there's a lot. What I'm saying, I guess, let me rephrase this. There's a lot of people that have a lot of power, and I just don't think they're doing enough. I think that there's a lot of people that have a lot of say in how this shit goes, and they get you know what I'm saying. And I think that they could be putting on a little bit more. I think that, you know, there's a select few amount of people that could, like I said, really make a huge music market in the Northeast. Like, it's fucking, like, we got Boston. Like, it's Boston.
There's some great artists here, man, and there's a lot of people out of here.
It's a big city. It's like, you hear about all these different places. Yo, I don't hear nothing about music from Boston. I don't hear anything about that. So, like, when it comes to like the, like, you know, when I'm on my explore page, like, I don't know, you see a lot, you hear, when you're here talking about pop culture, you hear LA, you hear Atlanta, hip hop, it's
a lot of same places. Memphis. So yeah,
same pop. Like, I just want to hear more Boston. I want to hear more Northeast. Like, I want us to have something going on, you know. I don't know, because we do. I feel like we do got something.
No, we definitely do, man. And, you know, it's only a matter of time, right? You know what I mean? It's only a matter of time before, you know, we break open that door, man, to really make something special happen, man. But it's only a matter of time, man. I think, you know, with, you know, how passionate you are about it, man, I think, you know, spreading the word and just staying on that mission, staying on that grind, and keeping things just level-headed is just the right way to go about it, man.
We gotta have better quality, yo. Like, we gotta have artists that want to bring in the listeners, and we gotta have artists that want to, I don't know what we need, yo, but there are definitely little knobs that we could turn and adjust as a community, where, whether that's, you know, do we got enough venues? Do we got enough, you know, artists? Do we got enough production from this group of artists? Like, I feel like there is definitely just a couple kinks we just got to get out, and we'll have something that could run smoothly and efficiently, and a lot of people could do what they love.
That's real shit, man. Nah, for real. But yo, man, I definitely want to move on to another question here. I think that was, you know, we definitely had a lot to say about that, man, because, you know, as artists in this game, we're passionate about this shit, man. We want to see the place that we're from, the area that we're from, succeed just like these other places. We have the talent here, so it's got to happen in that real way that I know me and you are talking about. Like, so some people, it feels right, like we're there, but nah, not just yet.
We need some organic culture.
Use the word organic. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll end it right there. We don't want to go. I like that. I like that though, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. But yo, I gotta ask you, Josiah. I mean, I see your approach right now, man. You don't have too much stuff out in the ethos right now.
Nah.
But you are definitely, you've done your shows, you're getting your stuff out there, you're playing the game. And I definitely want to ask you this question because the way you're
I'm undercover right now.
Yo, I like that. Let's stay just low key, until it's time. Yeah, I like that. I like that though, man. So I gotta ask you, man, do you think there's such thing as putting out too much music?
Because I feel think that there is such a thing? No, I don't. I don't think so. I think that to each their own. I think that the idea of having a catalog is a very, very good idea. I think the idea of having that music to go to after, like for the listener, from the listener standpoint, having that music to go to after you find that, somewhat popular song from the artist. Like, yeah, I could totally get down with that and agree with that. That was an approach that I took for several years, and I had pretty decent discography on SoundCloud, I'd say. I personally still find myself evolving leaps and bounds behind the microphone and just in my ability to rap. Thank you. I listen to my old shit and sometimes I can't even get through the song because I'm just like, oh, if I did this, and it's with all my old shit. And so that's just a personal, it's a personal thing for me, It's a very personal thing for me. And I'll still bring out, like I have songs that I have private on SoundCloud that I'll perform. I have songs that are just private on my SoundCloud that I'll, send to people. There are people that have my MP3s and stuff, like of just like songs they like. I just want a clean slate because if let's say I'm just posting music, every once in a while, some time goes by and then I make it private. Let's say I post a song one day, that song gets a couple 100,000 streams because someone makes a TikTok to it and it goes a little viral. Like, let's just say, you know what I mean? Like just follow me. You know what I mean? Let's say play the game.
Yeah.
They're gonna hear that song and then it's like when they hear that they're gonna go, okay, who is this? And I'm hoping that I have the live performances. I'm hoping that I have the shows on my Instagram and the shows I'm trying to upload shows like videos of live performances on my YouTube. And I'm trying to like come at it more at the performing aspect and not so much like I'm trying to get away from, like I said, this SoundCloud rapper like whole title. Like I don't want to be that dude that is just uploading countless of man hours on countless man hours of recordings on SoundCloud and on all of these platforms. And like I almost want to like wait to upload and put stuff out there until I'm being heard. Like I know that's almost like backwards. It's like you got to get heard in order to, like, I don't know.
Hey, there's many ways to get your name out there, man. Like, you don't
I'm just trying to put out
a song a week to get that blow up.
I'm trying to network, and I'm trying to like meet the right people and perform in front of the right people and really come at it from, a different perspective. Like, I think that there are a lot of people who are uploading a good amount of work all the time. There's always music being uploaded. And to compete with that, I would have to, have the dirtiest, nastiest work ethic of them all. You know what I mean? But if I can just slightly adjust what it is that I'm doing, the process of what I'm doing, that's when I'm going to be able to excel and succeed, is because I'm almost looking at it as like instead of making the beat, learning how to make the beats and learning how to rap over them and learning how to mix and master them, I'm just learning how to rap. I'm learning how to rap. I'm learning how to
keep it simple. Bam. Yeah.
Yes.
Right there, yeah.
No, you know what I mean? Like I can rap, and I'm recording songs. Yes, I'm writing my music, but I'm not making no beat, yo. I'm gonna be able to rap in front of your face and get you to turn up and, you know, feed off your energy and then give you some of mine. That's what I'm gonna be really good at. Like, you know what I mean? I think that there's too many artists that are trying to take advantage of money from streams, and they're like, oh, I got to get this money from streaming, and I got to get this money from, you know, that part of the music industry. But we gotta remember that there's also, you know, live performance. That should be the goal. Yeah, we want to connect with our fans. Like, think about the Grateful Dead, yo. They got people following them across the country, yo, just to watch them, yo. Like, that's some real shit. To me is the ideal way for music to be shared. No screen or no phone. Like, we don't have vinyls. Like, so what does it come down to? Live music, yo. Like, there's not gonna be an experience where you're getting it like that anymore. Like, that's rare. Yeah. So, like, a good one. Like, I don't want to be in the nosebleeds, like, looking at, you know, my favorite artist. Yo, I want to be up in the face of someone that has something to say. And
them live performances, man, is if you can have a great live performance, and if you make music that works well for live performances,
that's a moneymaker.
It's not only is this a moneymaker, but you're able to resonate with the people in a way that is just unparalleled, man. Because I'll tell you this, a lot of these rappers right now, man, they are making songs that they cannot perform live. And let me just like an example, like these lines are overlapping with the next line, overlapping with the next line, overlapping with the next line. It's like you literally can't rap that live. And you got artists out there who are not even like rapping when they perform. Like, literally, they're like saying like one word.
They're ad-libbing. Yeah, it's like the music is great. The music sounds sonically great,
but they're not performing like They're not like performing like a Travis Scott or how Tech Nine does his live shows or how Kendrick does their live shows. Like, these guys take the live performance seriously. And I think that is something that needs
some of the most memorable moments in people's lives is when they go see their favorite artist perform, yo. That is life-changing. It is a life-changing experience. And so even if you're a mediocre artist, you got to take ownership and pride in, you know, the effect that you could have in someone else's life, yo.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just so slept on. Live music is so slept on.
It's sad.
We're so used to just streaming. Like, streaming.
I mean, you look at the way music has gone, man. You know, the 70s and 80s, you know, things weren't digital, it was analog, so you still had a lot of bands. And nowadays it's like it's okay if you don't need a band to have like a live performance, but like, it's so easy to do live performances that people are kind of just getting away with doing the bare minimum. And I think it's just taken away from that, what a live performance should be. Like, I love watching someone perform live and they do the song just a little differently than what the recording is. I like that type of stuff. I like the nuance. And I think that's something so important, man. And I'm so happy to hear that, like, that's your main focus. It's like, I'm trying to make music that's great for the live performances, man.
Yeah.
Slept on, and that will never die. It will never die. I hope, yo. Nah, it's always, people are always gonna want to see a dope live performer, man. Like that'll change your whole perspective on the artist if they perform well live. You're like, oh my god, I like you even more.
Amazing. Now. Oh my gosh, you
know what I mean. So there's power in that, man. So I'm happy to hear you feel that way, man. But let's talk about what you got coming up, man. I see that you got this upcoming project dropping in the summer.
Yeah, man.
What's it gonna be like, man? What can you tell the people? What can they expect from this, man? What can you deliver on this podcast right now for them, man?
Nah. I mean, I appreciate you asking about it. This is kind of the first little bit of press I've been getting on it.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So this project is gonna be my debut mixtape. It's, you know, I put out EPs, I put out singles, I put out a whole bunch of music, you know, a good amount of hours of it. But this is the first time that I'm, you know, coming in and trying to do something as professional as possible, taking it into my own hands where, you know, I know now what's expected of myself to create a song that is going to resonate with people And so I think I know now, you know, the work I got to put into it. And I'm a big basketball player, big basketball fanatic, and COVID took this season away from me. And I'm just not able to play right now, yo, like because of COVID. Like
it
there's
sucks,
just
man.
no real leagues, yo. And I'm looking at music and this project as my season. Like I'm looking at this project as like, okay, like, you know, when I'm writing, I'm practicing. When I'm recording, that's game day. And when I have a show, that is championship. Like that is game day. Like I gotta go.
Yeah,
it's
man.
go time.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's how it should be, man.
Yeah, bro. And so I did a little bit of a show. Another little organization I want to shout out is Bars Over Bars Media.
Yes, sir.
I saw you've been knowing about them in
of
here.
Of course, man. Shout out to Bars Over Bars. Shout out to
I was performing with them over at Crispy Clean Kicks, and there was 6 songs that I was performing. And of those songs, I only think like 2 or 3 of them is gonna make the cut to this mixtape, yo. Like, and even them 6 songs was like cut from like 30, like which them 30 was cut from. Like we're talking months on months since last year this time, or no, not even last fall, not this past fall, last fall.
Damn.
I was up at Plymouth State and I broke my leg, so I lost that basketball season too. And that's when I really started. That's when I really started recording, like really recording music. And
yeah, the energy, and you had to put it somewhere.
Yes, I was frustrated and had to put it somewhere, and was able to like perform a little bit over live streams because of quarantine. Found a sound, grabbed it, and gravitated towards it. And it's kind of like this, like, I don't know, very like, like back and forth rhythmic, like head bopping, like, yes. And it's like, oh yeah, I don't know, very bouncy drums with a very in your face flow, like, and it kind of has, you
definitely have the in your face flow, man. Yeah,
it's got a unique sound to it, and I like it. And I think that it can get people excited, yo. I think that people are gonna be really intrigued by what I'm gonna be releasing, yo. I got 2-3 songs like finished almost, and I got like one that I'm recording right now. I got another one written that will definitely be on it, but I just gotta work up like the guts to record it because it's one of them, like, you know what I'm saying?
It's like, like we're gonna step into the studio. I gotta make sure the voice is right, get the nice sleep before, make sure I ate good. Like, I know those songs, man. Yeah, you can't fuck around with that. And
no, that's my approach, yo. Like, I'm trying to like, I think that one of like another artist that I love is Young Thug, man, and one of his best pieces of work is Barter 6, is that mixtape that he put out. Like that's real popular. There's still songs on that I listen to. And so, like, you know, if I'm able to create a mixtape that just encaptures some sound, yo, like the real motto that I'll be trying to push is New Hampshire, yo, live free or die. Like, and like that is what it is, bro. Like, and so I'm trying to cultivate something, let people know that, like, you know, we're here and we're not going anywhere, and we should be able to live our lives the way that we want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I'd be on, bro.
No, I feel you, man. I feel like you really got that energy,
make something.
Yeah, you got the energy, man. You got the passion, and you know, I love to see it because that's shit you can't fake. You can't fake the drive. You can't fake the want to get this shit. Bro. Like, if you're gonna be in this game, you gotta look at it in that perspective, man. Because a lot of these guys, I don't know how they're looking at it in this game, man. I couldn't tell you. A lot of these guys really don't got that passion and not really trying to write music. Like,
they're chasing something. They're chasing
money and girls, man.
I don't think they really understand. Yeah,
they don't. No.
Like to me, like, in all reality, and you know, I don't know like everyone's drives is different, but one of mine is definitely like it comes from some deep, you know, maybe even trauma. Like it's like the fact that I gotta like,
in this art form, a lot of times like, it comes from those places.
It's like I gotta be the best. It's like I don't know who it is that I gotta prove it to, and it could be I said it earlier, it could be myself, but it's like I gotta be the best. And so like I didn't.
If you're not thinking that way as a rapper, I question your whole reason for doing this.
Right?
How you gonna be in this game and not want to?
And it's like that's what I'm doing, and that's the point that I was about to get at. Is it's like people don't really know what they like doing, what their motives are, what they're chasing, and it's like me. I know what I'm doing. I want to be the best rapper. How do I do that? I record it. I gotta record myself being the best rapper.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Like that is the rapper mentality. You just have to move about it in the right way and understand, obviously, like, you know, we gotta have the humbleness and all that, and obviously be a human. But like at the end of like you gotta have that mindset.
You have to have your drive. You have to have your drive. You have to have something that motivates you. In order to be different, you have to, you know, do what others don't. And that take away they want some other worldly. That means you have to have some otherworldly motivation to be like, you know, a professional at anything. You have to have otherworldly motivation. Like, and that's with anything. That could be any job. That could be anything.
Yeah, this ain't a music. This ain't no music talk. This is just life. Yeah, if you want to do something next level, you gotta be break boundaries. Yeah, you gotta be motivated.
I don't know what I'm gonna be doing, but I know that whatever I'm doing right now, it has to be at like the hardest. It has to be at my. If I'm making a mistake, it's at 110% because you know what I'm saying. I can't treat it like I am. I just gotta go. Like it's every play, everything I do,
100%,
every move. Yeah.
I hear that, man. That's some real shit, bro. It's, you know,
I have a couple names for this project that I've been thinking through my head, yo.
Hey, if you don't want to. If you don't got the name yet, don't throw it out there if you don't.
I don't know yet. But I got a couple tracks, yo. I got a couple tracks that really be bopping and have gotten crowds going crazy. Like I've seen your
performances, man. Like you get the crowd going, bro. Like,
dude, first time performing in front of people, yo. Some of the songs they're screaming the chorus by the second time through.
That's when you know you got one special. Yeah.
It's like I know I got something catchy. Like they heard this shit one time and they're chanting it with me, and I don't know, to be able to just like I don't know, have people. I don't even know, yo. See people flex me. See people like be like, oh, look at what I'm at right now. Look at what I'm doing right now. I'm at this rap show right now, yo. It's like I want to be able to give people that, yo. I want to be able to give people the feeling of like, wow, like I'm at like this vibe. I'm at this place, and there's this energy being created and released here, and it's like I get to witness it. Like I don't know, yo.
Yeah, you can pray, man. You
got the live music. I keep going back to the live music, yo. It's the live music.
Hey, I hear you, man. I'm passionate about my live performance, man. You know, I make sure when I go up on that stage, I put everything out there. I don't care if you look at me like a madman. I don't care if you look at me like I'm overly passionate. I love this shit, and when I go on that stage, you gonna know what the hell I'm about.
Yeah, you know exactly. That's it. Because my shit's dope. Exactly.
That's the mindset, yo. And I think it's just no other way about it. I've never looked at performing live in any other way. I walk off stage like I freaking worked out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, no, for real. I'm saying, bro. It's
a sport.
no, it's because you put so much emotional and mental tension on it, and you're so strenuous on your like spiritual level, bro.
Yeah,
I know it.
Out of body type shit.
Out. I be when I finish performing, I feel more physically drained than if I had just played a basketball game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, I'm dead ass.
No, I know. I'm laughing because it's like that's just some real shit. Like people don't understand. Like when I get off the stage, like I feel like you get off stage, you ever feel like you're just like high?
Yeah, you got the jelly legs, the euphoria.
You're like,
no,
whoa,
for real.
Like, I got that off my chest. It's like, it's a beautiful thing, man. You know, it's definitely a beautiful thing, man. We'll
my project, for real. My project gonna be something I can perform all the way through.
Let them know, man.
Something I can perform all the way through, and it's gonna leave me with that high. I know that. When I the first time that I ever put out this mixtape and perform it, song one all the way through the finish, like that is gonna be one of the best highs that's the high that I'm chasing. I know that.
Yeah, man. Once there's like excitement and nervousness leading up to that project release. But once you have it out there, you hear the reception, and there's nothing you can do to change the project. It's finally there, leave it for the people. It's a great feeling, man. I definitely. I mean, I'm so.
This is the one that's gonna be on all platforms, and it's gonna be like the leave it out there forever, like not delete it, like. It's the debut. Like, this is the hello. Like, you know, nice to meet you. Like,
hello world, it's Josiah.
Yeah, no, for real. Like, I got to put
man.
some money into marketing it. I'm hoping that I have some type of local buzz big enough that, you know, it makes some noise with, you know, promoters in the area and DJs in the area. I'm trying to get some type of local cosign where it's like I'm linked up with a DJ. Like, I'm hoping one of the DJs that I'm cool with will just, you know, throw their logo, because they all got their own logos and shit. Just throw it up there and put it on the cover, because, you know, any publicity is what I'm looking for. Like,
yeah, man. I think
I'm trying to make noise.
Nah, you're gonna definitely do your thing, man. And you know, you're communicating with the people. You're not shy. You know what I'm saying? So that's, you know, it's good. You're getting yourself out there, man, and really setting something up so that way when it's go time, it's go time. And I think that's a real good approach, man. And, you know, I really like just the way you're going about things, man. It's different. It's good that it's different, because we need more people approaching the game in ways that we haven't seen before, man. You know what I mean?
That's word.
I definitely like what you're doing, though, man. But Josiah, we're coming up towards the end of the episode, man. So
yes, sir.
But it's been a really dope this conversation with you, man. I'm really happy to have you on the platform, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, man, I got you, man. Is there
rocking out TempahZone?
Yes, sir. You already know. Is there anything you want to plug for the people, man? Where can they follow you? Where can they check your shit out, man?
If you want to stay up to date, yo, you just hit me right at Everyone Loves Josiah. That's on Instagram. That's on SoundCloud. That's on everything. And, you know, just stay up, stay healthy, stay happy. You know, I can't wait. I can't wait to see the looks on people's faces when, you know, I put out some of this music, because, you know, I hate to say it, but I've been working. I've been really, really working hard. And
you look like you got a plan. You look like you got a plan on you, though.
I'm about to make some noise, yo. Like, I can feel it coming. Like, I don't know if you heard of the 10,000 hour theory, but I am applying that to the max. Applying that as much as I can. Yeah,
that's real shit, man, and that's what it's about, man. For real, man. I'm stoked to hear, man. For real. But
I'll be sure to send you some music early. I'll be sure to send some music your way.
I was just about to say that after, yo. You gonna have to send me some of this stuff if you feel like it. If you wanna keep it a surprise, keep it a surprise.
No doubt. No, I will. I'll hit you for sure. I got a couple people actually I've been locking on. I gotta send some music out. See if I'm going the right way with this thing.
Nah, for sure, man. Definitely we'll make that happen, man. But
yeah.
Yo, Josiah, I'm really happy to have you on the show, man.
I appreciate it. Really appreciate it, Amir.
Yeah, no problem, man. All right, y'all. That's episode 90 of the TempahZone podcast. Thank you very much for tuning into another episode. We'll be back with another one for you, all right? So make sure you tune in for that as well. Peace out.
Yes, sir. TempahZone.
Yes, sir.